Kudash, 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 Adonai, Elohim, Sabaoth, meaning holy, 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 Lord of hosts. Because we are the hosts. Yah, He, Vah, He could be said as a mantra. Those 4 syllables can unlock a divine frequency by saying them or humming them. First, Yah signifies the Father who art in heaven. Abba, the architect of the universe, which refers to the divine masculine. He, being a divine feminine, signifies Mother Nature, the womb of the earth where mankind was created and impregnated. Va, being a divine masculine, which is mankind itself. In the beginning, Elohim, plural, meaning more than one, with the S, said, let us create them in our image. Key words, Elohim being plural, being more than one, us, and our image. Ba, which is a divine masculine, which is the creation. Back to He, which is a divine feminine. Mother wisdom, referred to in Hebrew or under the Sephiroth as Ana Chokmah. As above, so below. The macroprosophis above and the microprosophis below, because we are the microorganisms and the host of the Elohim. That's why I want to do this quick, short introduction to the esoteric life of Jesus, which I'm about to do 3 parts tonight. And I want to read this little short part to you about the macroprosophis in the microprosophis, which I learned that out of the esoteric books of the Kabbalah and breaking down the Yah, He, Vah, He in its divine masculine and feminine and dual nature. But right here it says, according to the Gnostic literature, Pistis Sophia, Jesus remained with his followers for 11 years following his resurrection. Saint Andreas, Bishop of Lyons, agreed with this view despite his opposition to most, if not all, other Gnostic teachings. He claimed in his book Against Heresies that the apostles themselves testified that Jesus lived to a ripe old age. In light of this, one wonders about the allegation that Jesus' grave is in Srinagar, India, as mentioned by locals living in the area. According to a current esoteric Christian, and esoteric means inward, inner essence, like eternal God, where the intuitive nature in God is manifest in your temple, your host, and your vessel once you reach the Christos and the Christ consciousness. Current esoteric Christian schools, the Gnostics passed down from initiator candidate to candidate, was separated into 2 parts. The purifying mysteries for the sinner who seeks to be cleansed of karmic inclinations and stains. The illuminating mysteries for those who want to study and comprehend. Reality and Maya is the microcosm and the macrocosm and so on. That's why I learned in the Kabbalah, it talks about the microprosophis and the macroprosophis, and as above, so below, how everything works in duality, just like our nature. Spiritual Gnostics initiates are the mystical Peters who guard heaven's pearly gates. They possess the keys to illumination, understanding, and the principles that would enable the applicant to enter heaven, the kingdom of God, within his consciousness, exactly where Jesus predicted it would be, within oneself, rather than in the afterlife or in some physical location on earth. his parables are sufficient to persuade one of this. Certain church fathers, including Origen, Clement of Alexandria, and Ignatius, these are Roman names, mention the existence of esoteric doctrines. These are the ones who abolished this when they canonized the rest of the Gospels. Within early Christianity, they admired the esoteric teachings and would have shouted them from the rooftop if it hadn't been for the dumb brains of worldly men, some of whom were dressed in priestly robes. And it says that the worldly people cannot comprehend these things because they take everything literal. Like I said before, the Bible is written in metaphors, allegories, and figurative language. And that's the whole point of this esoteric life of Jesus. It breaks down the parables in which the disciples couldn't really understand in that time that a lot of people still misinterpret today. This was done by Origen, who was afterwards anathematized by Emperor Justinus, who presided over the Fifth Ecumenical Council in 553 AD. AD means after death. Many of Origen's works were set on fire. I told you they burnt a lot of these books and a lot of these informations, called people witches, anybody that was connected to nature, Our nature is connected to nature, our inner essence, but when you take that away, you get simplicity. That's why nobody can reach their crystals and their God-given power, which Jesus told the disciples, meaning the disciplines, those that discipline themselves in the law, which the Torah is talking about, the laws of nature, the do's and don'ts, the cause and effects, which cause judgments and salvation. And this book is going to go deep in on that stuff. We have discussed how both Gnostics was removed from the public view. Throughout the ages, various church councils replaced the Gnostics with impious creeds and dogmas that no longer mirrored Jesus' original teachings. Salah, so be it. It's just a little information I want to put out there because this is going to go on to paint a bigger picture. And once we go back into the Bible, it's all going to start to make sense, with these parables, allegories, metaphors, and figurative language was actually saying. And how do we decode them? We decode them from the inner essence, the esoteric. That's where we manifest things into the exoteric, the external, the physical, on the physical plane, materialize them. We first bring them about in consciousness and mentalism, and then we manifest them and materialize them. If that makes